We were playing in his backyard, just before sunset when it happened. His dad, Carl, had moved them into that house a few months earlier. Quiet place, edge of town, right next to the wood. Jamie said he had the best hiding spot ever. Told me I'd never find him. I laughed, counted to 20, then opened my eyes, and he was gone. I wasn't worried at first. I searched under the port, in the shed, up in the trees. Then I started calling his name. 10 minutes passed, then 30. Then his parents came outside, confused. An hour later, we were panicking. The police came. Dozens of people showed up to search the wood. Dog, drones, flyers. They never found a single trace of him. No shoe, no ripped shirt, no footprints leading away. He vanished like he never existed. Carl said he must have run off into the woods, but I never believed that. Not once. There was something about the way Carl stood there. Arms crossed, not blinking while they searched. Something about the way he said he was always a tricky kid, like he already knew Jamie wasn't coming back. Carl moved out of that house a year later, said he couldn't bear to live there anymore. He left everything behind. I never saw him again. Until last month, I got a call that Carl had died. No family, no funeral, just a name on a death certificate and an abandoned property. I offered to help clean the house out. Part of me still hoped I'd find something. Anything. I hadn't stepped inside since the night Jamie disappeared. The front door stuck when I pushed it open. Dust everywhere, cobwebs on the windows, but most of the furniture was still in place, like Carl had left in the middle of dinner and never came back. I wandered through the rooms. Jamie's old toys were still stacked in the corner. His red hoodie was folded on a shelf. Then I saw the basement door. It was newer than everything else. New hinges, new wood. It didn't belong. I opened it. The air was ice cold. The stairs creaked with every step. At the bottom, I saw it, a hole in the far wall, a crudely dug tunnel, leading into pitch blackness. It wasn't there when Jamie went missing. I turned on my flashlight and stepped inside. The tunnel was long and narrow. Dirt walls, concrete floor, and doors. Room 1 had nothing but a chair and a chain bolted to the floor. Room 2 had scratch marks gouged into the walls. Room 3 had a pile of torn cloth in the corner. Room 4 smelled like something had died there years ago. I kept walking, each room worse than the last, until I reached room 5. There was a name scratched into the wood. Jamie. My throat closed. My hands were shaking. I opened the door. Inside was a metal chair, bolted to the floor. Restraints on the arms and legs, chains on the walls, and bones. A full skeleton, slumped forward in the seat, still wearing pieces of a red hoodie, still wearing grass-stained sneakers. I stepped back and nearly threw up. I couldn't move, couldn't think. All I could do was stare. He never left. Jamie never ran away. He was here, locked down here, by his own father. Carl kidnapped him, tortured him, let him rot in this room while we searched the woods and posted flyers. I called the police with shaking fingers. They sealed the place off, said I did the right thing, said Carl was sick, said I gave the family closure. But I couldn't shake what I saw. That night, I barely slept. The smell was still in my nose. The sound of the metal door creaking shut behind me echoed in my head for hours. Then, the next morning, I found something. An envelope slid under my front door. No return address. Inside was a single photograph. A photo of me, standing in room 5, looking down at Jamie's remains. The picture had been taken from high up, near the ceiling, almost like a security camera. Only there were no cameras in that room. I flipped the photo over. Nothing. Just blank. But the image stayed in my hands. At that point, I realized something. Carl might have died, but he wasn't the only one. And now, I think they're upset at me.